everybody. Welcome to a Quickie with Mz B. Welcome back to another week. Thanks for joining us. This week we're going to talk about the embarrassing, crazy, funny stories about holidays. You know, they are coming up. They're right around the corner. So what better time to talk about them than right now? Okay, John, I got another list for you again. And today we're going to talk about Halloween on this not so magical Monday. So we're going to talk about Halloween.
Halloween.
I found some pretty interesting stories.
Okay, I don't have to tell a story about me being the New Year's baby, right?
No. Okay. I got a couple of them that are kind of funny and embarrassing.
Hit me.
Okay, the first one is entitled Smelly Boobs.
What?
Names that these people come up with to title their stories. Let me explain.
I think I might have dated her.
So this gal dressed up as Dolly Parton when she was in the 4th grade. So she stuffed a bunch of her dad's socks into her mom's bra to create the boobs that she didn't have yet because, you know, it's Dolly Parton. The costume, she said, was awesome until she was sitting in class and started to smell something rather gross. It turns out that one of their cats had gotten into her dad's sock drawer and peed on at least one of the socks that she was using.
Oh no, she had a cat pee boob.
So she took the sock out and evened out her chest up, but it still was embarrassing. She ends it with the quote, "Damn cats."
Now, did anybody else notice the waftiness?
I would imagine. I mean, if you're in grade school, I mean, you're sitting in pretty close proximity to one another.
Yucky,
Smells
yucky.
like pee.
Yucky, poo-poo.
I just thought that one was so funny. It's like, oh my gosh.
Oh my heavens.
Okay. Here's the next one. This one's entitled The Costume Swap. This one had me laughing when I read it. Apparently, this gal, she got into a drunken fist fight with another chick over the only bed that was left in the house where they were partying. So, obviously, everybody was drinking. Nobody was going home. So, anyways, she ended up waking up in the same bed as the person that she was fighting with, and were in each other's costumes, including each other's corsets. Not quite sure what happened between the fight and waking up.
What in the...
Explain that to me, Lucy.
I think there was some waking up, but later on in the night there must have been some making up. Boy, you want to be the guy who walks in that room because you can say whatever you want to say. You can literally go, "Wow, you two, that was freaky." You guys, wow, boy, I would have had so much fun.
Oh, can you just imagine? Well, can you imagine how dazed and confused you must be? I mean, you wake up and you're like, she's got my costume on? How in the hell did that happen?
Here I was thinking you and I were going to have a moment, but no, it was you and her. But then you said I could hang out. So I did. But apparently you got the stuff on the floor mixed up, and you wound up in hers, and she wound up in yours. It was a whole thing. A whole thing. Trust me, girl. Trust me, ladies. I was there. Boy, you can mess with their minds.
Oh my God! Could you imagine? Especially like if at the time, maybe each of them had a boyfriend at the time. Oh my gosh! What are you doing with her?
Trust me, girls. I won't tell them anything.
Mum's the word.
Now I need a date for prom. Anybody got an idea? I hope you do. Be a shame if the boys knew.
Person that you end up like getting into a fight with, and then the next thing you're waking up next to them. Okay.
Wearing their clothes.
Yeah.
Which means no matter what, I don't care what anybody says, your clothes came off last night.
Yeah. Things that make you go.
And she was there. She had to be because coincidentally, she's wearing them.
She's wearing them.
Oh, wow.
And then the next one I have is entitled The Nose Attack. I guess this was a kid that dressed as a witch completely with a fake plastic nose. The elastic that held the nose around her head broke, but her dad said just stick it on and it would hold. And it did for a while. Then she rang the doorbell. When the lady answered, she sneezed and the fake witch nose came flying off and hit her. Trick or treat.
Excuse me, waiter. There's a witch nose in my soup.
Can you imagine? Assault by witch nose.
I'm not picking that up. Oh my heavens.
Oh my gosh, I can't imagine. Excuse me, let me just get that.
Woo, that was a sneeze.
Yes, indeedy.
And I was going to get surgery to have that fixed. Huh.
All right, I think we need to take a pause. I got to go just check out my Halloween costume to make sure there's no malfunctions.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. This is a Quickie with Miss B, and you're listening to me, Ms. B, not Miss D.
Yeah. About time.
Anyways, today's topic is Halloween. We're talking about the funny, embarrassing stories or moments. So let's continue on with our list. You ready for the second half?
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay, this is a good one. This one's called the cop costume. They were in line for a haunted house, a group of people, next to this family dressed as cops. The costumes were really well done and looked real. When he was talking to the dad of the family, he reached toward his belt toward what he thought was a toy gun, saying, "Where did you get this?" What he didn't know is that the dad was an actual cop with an actual gun. Oops. And he put him into a very real and painful, he might add, bar-type arm hold.
Oh, yeah.
He just laughed and said, "Son, if I didn't know you legitimately thought this was a costume, you'd be in big trouble right now." Needless to say, they let him go.
Well, I would hope so.
He said pretty much all his friends decided to tell the rest of the 8th grade class the next day at school. I'm sure he was the popular kid.
Bobby got in trouble. He reached for a real cop gun.
Oh yeah, I wonder how many times that actually happens on Halloween. You know, because like you got these people that go to the Halloween parties, or they're out in the bar and they're bar hopping in their Halloween costumes, and there is actual cops out there.
I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you something. I was a smart ass when I was a kid. I'm sure you're absolutely, totally surprised by, the fact.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. But at a Dunkin' Donuts one. Now, this was back a long time ago when we had Dunkin' Donuts you could sit down in. Do you remember those?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I went in and I saw there were 3 cops. And they were sitting down. They all had coffee. I noticed nobody had donuts. So I ordered a half a dozen donuts. Told the lady to take it over to them. She did. Did you know they don't appreciate that?
That's being a smart ass. I'm sure that's how they took it.
Well, I thought they would appreciate it because they were there and they didn't have any donuts. And I thought, isn't that the big cliche? Cops in a Dunkin' Donut shop? Well, shouldn't we fix this? So I tried, and needless to say, and the worst one is Of course, they give it to the big guy. Okay?
Oh, no.
Who, like, he stands up and he just keeps standing up. And he keeps standing up. And he just keeps standing up. And you're like, what is this, a joke or something? This guy can't be... Wow. And then he gets closer and it's like, here comes Shaq. You know what I mean? And you're like, what? Why'd you give him the donuts? Couldn't the little guy...
kick my butt.
Couldn't the little guy bring the donuts over? And he's like, he just walks up, he drops them on the counter and goes, not funny. I said, I was just being nice. I thought I'd grab you, hey, from me to you guys. He goes, not funny. I said, so I take it, you don't want them. And here's the best part. He took them.
After he told you it's not funny?
Yeah.
What?
So I still, to this day, am totally confused and don't know what that was. Don't know what it was. But I had him sit, and the lady walked over and goes, yes, these are from that guy over there. Boy, then nobody was happy. They didn't think it was funny then. Then he brings it over and tells me, not funny. I'm like, okay, so you don't want him. And when I said, okay, so you don't want him, he turns around and walks away with them. I'm like...
Talk about being dazed and confused. I mean, what?
I don't know what's going on now. It wasn't even Halloween, so... It was like a Tuesday.
Things that make you go,
That was weird. So what you got next?
Okay, next one on my list is the seated clown. It says when I was...
Did you just say seated as in S-E-E-D or S-E-A-T?
No, seated.
Okay.
Like he took a seat.
Okay.
Okay, this person was 5 years old. He or she was trick-or-treating with his friends and saw a clown sitting in a chair. He thought it was fake, so he kicked it. And the next thing he knew, he or she was halfway down the street running and screaming because it started chasing after him. Can you imagine thinking that, oh, this isn't real? Whap. Kick it, and the next thing you know, it's chasing after you.
They had something kind of like that. The way they did it, I still don't even know. I know how they did it, but it's in a way I don't. There was like 3 frames on the side of the house. I still don't kind of get it. Imagine 3 frames. There's a picture of like this dingy old lady. There's a picture of this dingy old man, right? And then there's like this weird-looking guy just standing there. And the weird-looking guy looks very strange, so you start staring at it, and the frickin' woman comes out of the picture. The weird part was it's the side of a house.
Yeah.
You didn't cut a hole in the side of your house just to put the... How the heck did you do that? That's what I... But I mean, I got the kids, and these guys are messing with the adults. They're not messing with the kids. They're going for the adults. So here, I walk by. Here go the kids. The kids are up there. As an adult, you stay back a little bit.
Yeah,
so
you just kind of keep an eye on things.
There is the weirdest picture of a guy standing over there. It's just it's so stupid looking. You're looking at it, but the one that looked normal comes alive. Reaches out like that to grab you, like, what the, whoa, what the heck?
That's a pee your pants moment right there.
Yeah, the picture on the side of the house just started grabbing me. I'm like, what the? And you don't expect it because it's on the side of a house. Obviously, it's a picture. Well, it wasn't a picture, and I still don't know how they did that either.
I had a similar story to the 5-year-old with the seated clown. We were on a haunted ship. Me and my cousin, we went. She talked me into this, and I don't like going on those things because they scare the crap out of me. So we're going through the ship, and we're in the galley, the kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's this guy standing there with this meat cleaver. Just standing there. Well, I thought it was just one of the dummies that they posed there with all the other Halloween decorations, if you will. So I'm like, okay. No, he's going to move. So I'm watching him, looking, and okay, no, he's not going to move. It's not real. It's fake. Well, the minute I was kind of letting my guard down, he saw this. wham, came down the meat cleaver on this cutting board and made this loud noise. I was screaming like a girl for like 2 minutes straight. And then I'm like, get me off this ship. I can't take this anymore.
Jane, get me off this crazy thing.
I'm done. I'm never coming back on this thing again.
See, now I've been to several of those haunted things. But I mean, I've had I want to punch you experience I've had. Mm-hmm. Where they just like, no, they start touching the girls, you're like, look, dude, seriously. And you might even recognize them, you know what I mean? And they're it's very poor done costumes, It's like a haunted hayride, you know what I'm talking about? We're all on this thing, and here comes a guy running across the field. He's panting, you're like, yeah, dude, we saw you run over there from the last wagon. And then he runs over, he's like, ah! You're like, okay, all right. Then he grabs the girl, you're like, okay, dude, touch her again, I'll punch you in the face, okay? I've been to those, and then I've been to the ones that are just like really. It's like, okay, these are the only people we could hire, and they had to make their own costumes.
Yeah,
and they're like, rah, and you're like, what, dude? Ah, like, oh, come on, man, give it a little. They've got like some smeared black eyeliner on their face, and that's supposed to make them look like a zombie or whatever. You're like, where's the brains? You're like, oh my. 3-year-olds would go,
oh no.
This guy you think be scary. But I've never been to a good haunted house.
Yeah, this one was. I mean, this was like professionally done. They had the whole makeup. They had all the decorations. They were just spot on. I mean, they did a really good job because it was actually volunteers from the theater department that would put this on every year. And I'm sure it was just practice for them too. But yeah, that guy was really good. He had me fooled.
Bam!
Darn it. Yeah. So, that's it. I'm thirsty. Right. I gotta get some wine.
I'm with you.